Hey, folks, it's just me just getting on here. Just want to mention a few things happening. It's been a crazy week, especially if you're on the western side of the state, East Tennessee. We've talked to several pullers, a lot of things going on. I just want to mention a couple of things we got happening over the next, I would say, month. So, first thing I definitely want to bring up, let me pull this up here real quick, guys. Not that one. All right, there we go. We're going to mention a couple of things. This Friday, White Cross is going to be having a pull, October 4th. Pedal pull starts at 6:30, and the show is at 7 o'clock. They got a tons of classes that they're having there. It's $10 to get in. Kids 10 and under are free. Concession stands, excuse me, hot dogs, barbecue sandwiches, Chick-fil-A, nachos, all that kind of good stuff. Let's see if I can blow this up a little bit. Bear with me a second. Let's make it big. There we go. Might be able to see it a little bit better. But right now everything, the weather is looking great for it. So just hang tight with that. Everything's looking good. They're looking to have a good weekend. They got rained out on their first attempt earlier this season. So folks, don't forget this Friday, $10 to get in. This is also, like a lot of people right now. The biggest thing is everybody's getting donations together, trying to get them over in the western part of the state. There has been some challenges with that with some people I've talked to over the last couple of days. I was planning to go live earlier this week, but figured I'd wait for a couple of days. But they are definitely taking donations: trash bag, baby wipes, diapers, formula, non-perishable food, toothbrushes, toothpaste, and bug spray. And one thing about it, folks, is if you've all heard and talked to people this week on the western side of the state, unfortunately, our federal government has kind of been lacking. And then they come out want to giving out $750, which is not even going to touch the edge of what all this is going to be. So, folks, if you're able to donate, please do any way you can, whether it's $5 or it's a bag of trash bags or a package of baby wipes. Just do that, folks. Every little bit's going to help. It's going to a good cause. So definitely, you need to any way you can, if you can help out with, like, for example, we have a fall festival here in Macclesfield this weekend. So they, all the local fire departments, I think Body Waters is going to be in on that too, shipping some of that stuff over. So, definitely, folks, we've had a bunch of pullers all week long. It started out, the first one we saw was the Halls team bringing it out. And then we saw several other groups of people. I know Russell was out there today. I know I'm leaving somebody else. Leon Nixon, they went out there a couple of days ago. They said, what I saw earlier in the post, they served over 1,500 people. So if you got an opportunity to help in any way you can, maybe you're like me, you're on the eastern side of the state, whether you can donate some stuff or maybe go help your local volunteer fire department or your local organization get everything organized and get shipped out. I'm sure they will take any help they can. So that's something, if you're able to do so, please do any way you can. This is going to be a long road recovery, and this is where a lot of our pulling's at, is in the western part of the state. Talked to the Cutshaws the other day. They had some damage in Greene County. We were just there earlier this summer. So there's a lot of things going on. A lot of pulls are getting together, a lot of pullers, a lot of people. You're seeing what people, when bad things happen, when people can get together, what can really happen, shows the true meaning and heart of not only the people in this pulling world, but also the people that are just good everyday people. So don't forget about this right here. This is a family friendly event. No colors, no alcohol. $10. It's going to be a good show. I mean, and the food and stuff there is affordable. It's not all crazy and off the wall like at some of the other places that we go to during the summer. So definitely want to do it. If you can bring something small just to donate, that'd be great. That pedal pull starts at 6:30, and then showtime is at 7 o'clock. Let me pull this up real quick. This is the classes that they have. And if you have any questions about the classes, because I'm not familiar with all of them as much, go to White Cross Recreation Center, or if you can get in touch with Justin Sturdivant, he can explain to you a little bit more as far as the ruling and that kind of thing goes. But I just wanted to give you a heads up. You got 3,000 pound stock, 4,000, 5,000 stock, and then you go into the 4,000 pound super, 6,000 pound stock, 5,000 pound super, and so on and so forth. They are going to have 9,500 pound hot farms. So if you hot farm guys want something to do this weekend, you're going to have a couple of different options this weekend to go do a little pulling action. So I just wanted to bring that up. White Cross Recreation Center this Friday night, October 4th. Pedal pull 6:30, showtime 7. Definitely don't want to miss that one. Let me bring up. I'm going to have to back up there. I should have pulled it up a little bit different way. Let me get this down here. Sorry, guys. I just want to bring this up. The next one's up. We're going to be North Point. That's going to be Saturday. That's my wife calling. I had to call her back in a second. That is Saturday. This coming up Saturday, October 5th. As you see right here. Gates open 3 o'clock. Showtime 5 p.m. $15 to get in. They got a ton of antique tractor classes, small block gas, diesel trucks. I mean, they've got tons of classes here. 26 Pro Street, the Hot Farm tractor class, Pro Mod 4-wheel drives, open 4-wheel drive trucks. I mean, they got a ton of classes there. If you want more information, obviously you can go to Carter's Pulling Picks or go to North Point and get more information. And Tony Fratarelli, if you know him, we can send you to him if you've got any other questions about this pull. They are going to be taking donations at this particular pull. This isn't too far where, I hate to say it like this, where all the action happened. So if you're able to attend and support this pull, they are accepting donations that will be going into the local community. So folks, definitely if you get an opportunity to support either one of these pulls this weekend, please do so. I know there's a lot going on in the western side of the state, but, we do what we can do to help out any way, shape, or form. But if you got any questions, send them to me. I'll try to pass them on. For you pullers that are curious about points, we are going to update. I'm working on updating points. I worked on them some last night. I'm going to try to finish up tonight. Hopefully won't take maybe another hour or so just to verify some things because there were some questions. And I just want to make sure my addition was correct on that. A couple other things I want to mention here while we got a minute. Obviously, you got Galat coming up. That's October 11th and 12th. That is next weekend. Let me see if I can pull it. There it is. All right. That's October 11th and 12th. General admission, $25. Weekend pass, $40. 10 and under free. It's going to be a big show. If you went to the show earlier in the year, in May or June, that was an awesome show. This one's going to be just as killer. Pro Street Diesels, run what you brung, mod 4-wheel drive. There's going to be nitro trucks in that class, supercharged. There's going to be all kinds of different modified 4-wheel drives in that class, big cubic inches. I mean, it's going to be crazy. Hot Farms, that is going to be the only Carolina class at this event, but we will be having Hot Farms there. So all you Hot Farm pullers, this is a points event for you. So if you go, you need to go if you're in points contention and you want to go. Plus, it's a great facility, great parking. Just overall, Galat Motorsports Park is one of the best places to go as far as just the venue is just set up perfect for truck and tractor pulling, along with all the other events they got. Limited Pro smoker tractors, blown modified minis, dual fuel super stock and pro stock tractors. Now, if you're curious about some of the things going on with those, because this is a little bit different. This is put on by Full Pull East. I'm going to get some more information. Tuesday night, we're going to have another live broadcast Tuesday night, and hopefully we get John and maybe some other pullers on, and we can talk about some of these classes a little bit. I'm not as familiar with them. I'm going to be 100% honest, but I want to learn more because it's all about pulling. That's what we're here for, right? So fullpullproductions.com, Galat Motorsports Park. You can go right to their website. Check that out for more information. Also, if you're looking to get a hotel for Galat, just go to Galat Motorsports Park. They have a listing of local hotels that are good hotels and motels to stay at, that are right. I mean, literally 5 minutes from the track. So that's October 11th and 12th. Carolina Smoke Show. Obviously, the big supers are going to be in that mix. Hopefully, the Pure Country will be back in running order. Obviously, John Strickland super stock, and hopefully Holt's able to get his back together after he had a little mishap in Lumberton, North Carolina. So, and obviously all our hot farm guys, that is a points contention run. So you need to be there if you're running for points. Don't miss out on that. So, guys, that's going to be a killer show. Join us there Friday and Saturday night. That's going to start at 7 p.m. Definitely don't want to miss that. And obviously, right here we got this is going to be our final hook of 2024, and that is going to be the Hickory American Legion Truck and Tractor Pull, the Foothills Antique Power Association, the Hickory American Legion Fair Truck and Tractor Pull. That's October 26th, starting at 6 p.m. Gates open at 4. Light Pros, Super Farms, Super Mod 2s, Hot Farms, Pro Stock 4s, Pro Street Diesel Trucks, Pro Mod 4s, Classic Mods, Open Street Diesels, and they are going to have the semis in Hickory. So we're working on that right now, getting that out there, getting that going. Admission is only $15. For $15, this is going to be one heck of a show. Something I do want to mention too, Ken Whitley is going to be doing a benefit pull. And let me see if I can find some information on. Bear with me a second, folks. Let me see if I can find some information real quick. Boy, you can see I blew that up too much. Let's see. I may have to let me go under my page real quick because I know I got him under the search quick. Y'all gonna have to excuse it. You want to see what my daughter looks like? Oh, sorry. No. Yep. Yep. Here we go. Let me switch back. Okay, because this show wouldn't be live, and I can't do it that way. All right, here we go. There we go. There we go. All right, so they're going to be doing a benefit pool the same weekend as what we are going to be in Hickory, but that's on the eastern side of the state, so it's not going to interfere with Hickory's pool at all. In his class, some of his classes are different than what we're running. Some of them are the same. So just wanted to give a heads up that benefit pool is going to be on October 26th. And there was a post with more information. Give me a second, see if I can find it. Yep, here it is right here. Let me go to this page. There we go. So that's going to be at Dixieland Speedway, and I can get more information. I definitely want to push that stuff out there. I know Ken's still working on getting a lot of things together for that one. Because he just basically brought that out at the beginning of the week. So that's going to be on the eastern side of the state. Hickory's going to be on the west side of the state. So, they should not interfere at all with each other. I see no need in that. But I definitely want to give a shout out. Anybody that is going to help with this, I'm willing to put out anything they need, information to help benefit any way we can. So, Red Dirt Motorsports and some of the Carolina Truck and Tractor Puller guys and gals are heading up tomorrow to hopefully deliver some more stuff also. There's been some donations, obviously, through the club and through everything else. Pullers have come out and donated supplies, have donated equipment, have, made hauls for people. So definitely want to give a shout out to all those people. If anybody's on here and got any questions or say, hey, if you've got a local drop point for supplies, please just throw it in here if I miss it before we get to the end of the podcast, because I'm not planning to be on here very long here tonight. I will send them out later in a post. So But if you've got any information on drop points of where you can drop supplies and stuff off, like I said here, tomorrow at the Fall Festival, they will have the Macclesfield Fire Department, South Edgecombe Fire Department, and some of the others are getting together and making one big load and sending that up. So anyway, if you've got some local places, you can drop it off, let me know. I will get it out the best way I can. Ed, it's good to see you joining us here tonight. I know prayers out to Ed. He's had a kind of rough go at it the last couple of weeks. Glad to see him back. You see him on the post because he'll be liking posts and sharing posts. He's definitely one of our best followers. We'll be glad to see you at the track, and hopefully that screwed up buck won't let you down, because I tell you, DJ's been running that baby hard. So yeah, that was what I'd heard. Let me bring this up here. This is Matthew Carter with Carter Bullion Pegs. Yeah, so they're gonna have a donation bucket, and by what I've seen on social media and some of the other stuff, they've already got big donations already being dropped off. So there are guaranteed donations, or either vendors are giving off a portion of whatever their earnings are for the night, giving that back. So any way we can help out. And unfortunately, I can't go this weekend. My wife's birthday is Sunday, so I figured it might be the best thing for me to do is take her out to dinner. So unfortunately, I was hoping maybe I could work something out, but I think the best thing to do is for me and my wife to enjoy a nice weekend off, because we're going to have 4 in a row, folks, or I'm going to have 4 in a row. So not only what you see on the schedule for Carolina, UPOC has also got the NC State Fair in between these 2 weekends. So, if you want pulling action over the next, counting this weekend and next weekend and throughout the rest, pretty much the end of October, you're going to be able to see truck and tractor pulling anywhere you want to see it, and all different kinds of varieties. And that's the cool thing about it, because that's one thing I've learned over the years. I've always been kind of, one-sided, I guess you can say. I've always been focused on a certain level of pulling, but what I've learned, especially the last 3 or 4 years, is pulling's pulling. It doesn't matter if you're pulling an antique or you're pulling something with 5,000 horsepower. There's a science to every bit of it, and trying to figure out all that good stuff. So points, like I said, will be updated. Hopefully finish those up tonight and get those finished up. We had some issues with Silk Hope, and there will be a post put out on the Carolina page itself talking about that, about how we had to do points for Silk Hope. And obviously, if you were there last weekend in Mooresville, we were glad to be back at Mooresville. Hadn't been there in a long time. Glad to be back there. And unfortunately, the weather, the rain, the moisture just came out of that track so aggressively. Logan was having problems with the sled, and the track was spongy. I mean, it was what we call pumping, and you could watch equipment go across that track, and it was just, you could see it just spongy. It was pumping the whole time, and it was tearing up equipment, and it was messing up the sled. So the important thing is we would have loved to have been there all night long, but if you were there, you saw the struggle with the small block minis. And hopefully next year, the good Lord will be a little bit more, maybe give us a little bit more of a drier weather. It's been kind of a wet summer. A lot of pulls have been canceled or either changed around. So, but if you've got any questions on the schedule, if you have questions about points, folks, just message us through Facebook, and I will try to explain it the best way I can, and I can show you how we did certain things. And the reason why we had to do some things certain ways, just because of the way the weather brought us out this year. So anyway, definitely want to give a shout out as far as any of these pullers. If you've got any questions, message me. But if you're fans and you're watching in this week and next week and the following week and the following week and we got tons of pulling. It doesn't matter which side of the state you're on. We're going to have some action for you. So stay tuned. And we're gonna have podcasts every week, Tuesday night, 8:00, for the rest of the until the end of October, and then I'm gonna plan on doing some stuff throughout the year. So through the winter, we're going to do some one-on-one interviews and some stuff because I love learning the stories of where these guys have come from in pulling. So if you look at our schedule here, all we have left is Benson and Hickory and UPOC. Let me see if I can pull that one up real quick. Give me just a second. And the NC State Fair is the last one for UPOC. There it is. Yep, there's the flyer for that one. So that is coming up. That's a big show. That is 3 days full pull. Will be at that one. That one will be live streamed. So if you're at NC State Fair, come that weekend, October 18th through 20th. It's going to be one heck of a weekend of pulling. It's 4 sessions: Friday night, Saturday night, and Sunday afternoon. There's tons of people going to be at that show. Some of those people are going to stay down and go to Hickory, so you can count on that happening. But they got all the classes. If you're pullers and you're from out of state, you're looking to come to Hickory, and you want to make a couple of runs before, this might be an opportunity for you to make a couple of runs also before you get to Hickory. If you just want to take 2 weeks and do a little bit of pulling, they got all your classes. A lot of the same classes you see on the Carolina side: light pros, minis, 2-wheelers, mods, light 4s, super farms, 4-wheel, heavy super stock. That's going to be a heck of a show this year in the heavy super stock class, I have a feeling. The pro farms, which is the same as the hot farms here on the Carolina side. So basically all the classes that you see with Carolina, you'll see a lot of the same ones there also. So I just wanted to give a shout out on that. That's about 3 weeks away. Well, it's a little bit less than that now. But anyway, that just a lot of things going on. I just wanted to let you know what's happening. If there's anything I can help you with, please let me know. Like I said, I'm going to work on points tonight, try to get that wrapped up. So you've got tons of pulling action. October 11th and 12th, we're a lot. The following weekend is the NC State Fair. Then we are going into Hickory on the 26th, and so is Ken Whitley's pull. If you're on the eastern side of the state, definitely don't want to miss out that benefit pull. If you're on here and you got any questions, message me real quick. One other thing I wanted to bring in, a couple of things I wanted to mention. Angry Duck Graphics, you can get your shirts. What we're going to try to do is make one big order this winter and get those in for next summer. It's just with timing, and we're actually going to make a little bit of a graphics change so it shows up better on the shirt. I got to work on that when I get a little bit of time. But if you want to get your shirts, you get hats, hoodies, all that kind of stuff, and hopefully next season we will have them out there for you at your local Carolina Truck and Tractor Pulling event. And another shout out right here, Steck Equipment. Those guys have, if you've seen the Rockberry, and I was going to try to download the video, but my daughter wanted chicken nuggets for dinner and tater tots, and I was already slacking on the daddy duty, so I didn't get a chance to download it. But we've used this at a couple of venues. We used it in Winston-Salem, which there was a little gummier, so it didn't work quite as well. But we used it in Ware Shoals and somewhere else. I don't remember. But that thing actually puts the rocks and stuff back in the ground. So instead of trying to kick them out and then pile them up, it buries them deep enough where hopefully the tires don't hit them and don't tear up your tires. Because I know mini rods, light pros, those guys are turning some astronomical wheel speeds, and the rocks, it doesn't take hardly anything. You just scar up tire. I used to drive a mod tractor called Wildfire 1 to go, and if we hit on a rocky track, that tractor used to have wheel speeds around 80 miles an hour, 90 miles an hour. And there was even a higher gear. I only ran it one time. I learned don't ever run that gear again. But if you hit a rock, you could see exactly where that rock hit on the tire. So we're trying to State was definitely want to give a shout out to them. They're our sponsors here this year, the next couple of years, because they have donated some equipment to us to help us out and make the tracks better for you. And I know Morrisville was a little rough. We've had a couple other issues just because of the water and rain we've received this year. But this tool right here in Ware Shoals, I kid you not, that track has always had a lot of small pebbles, a lot of small rocks. That stone barrier, it did its job, because I'm telling you, the rocks were definitely a lot less. And if you can get rid of 50% of the rocks, you're doing something, buddy. Let me tell you. So definitely we'll get a shout out to Steck Equipment. If just go to steckequipment.com. They got all kinds of, I mean, look, you can buy anything you want. You need something to work. They got tractors. They got turf equipment. I mean, just the amount of stuff, everything from spreaders to seeders to sweepers, vacuums for like golf courses, stuff like that. So if you like to play golf or you work with a golf course, definitely give those shout out to those guys. Coyote Equipment is their pretty much their brand as far as equipment wise, tractors and UTVs and that kind of stuff. But here's all the other brands that they have with them. So they got a ton of stuff. You know, I like the name of this, just Billy Goat. Yeah. That's some moving stuff right there. Those blowers right there are crazy. But anyway, check out steckequipment.com or give them a call. They'll be glad to work with you any way they can. So don't forget this weekend, you know, you got White Plains Friday night, and that is shared on our Carolina Facebook page right now. So just click on the Carolina Facebook page to get all the information you need for that event. Let me get down to it. See how much stuff that's been posted today. But just to give you all the information you need to know to get to that event. So definitely want to the White Cross Pull, and we're going to be sitting here. This show right here, I hate I'm not going to be in that one this weekend in Booneville. North Point 300 Truck and Tractor Pull, October 5th. I'd love to be at both of them this weekend. But definitely, you need to definitely check those two events out if you ain't got nothing to do. So we would love to for you to go out and support those events. A lot of them are having benefits for obviously all the stuff that's happened over the past week. Again, if you got any questions, let me know. I'll do my best to get out to you. I'm going to get off here. We're going to work on points and try to get that up. I got to work on some videos. I want to give Nathan a shout out. He's been doing the video and for me because my wife's job has just kind of filled that up a little bit where she's not able to do it. So definitely want to give a shout out to Nathan for getting some videos for me. We will be doing a podcast every Tuesday night, 8:00 until the end of the season. And then there'll be some more stuff coming out over the winter. So just hang tight. We got a lot of stuff happening over the next couple of weeks. Love to support a truck and tractor pulling. This is a great way to wind it up. But starting off this weekend, White Cross and North Point 300 Truck and Tractor Pull. If anybody else needs any more information, message me. I will try to get you what I can when I can. And we will see you. I won't see you this weekend. I'm going to take the weekend off. But we will see you next weekend at Goliath Motorsports Park. By my understanding, I'm going to be behind the mic. So look forward to seeing you out there. That's going to be one heck of a show. I'm going to have more information for you on Tuesday night, 8:00, about the different classes. Maybe I can get with Will Witt and get some videos of some of these other trucks, because I've heard there's some crazy shizit out there on it. So, and then Matthew Carter said he will be having all the pictures and videos from Booneville up on his page. So, folks, good night. God bless. Be safe. If you're making trips out to the western part of the state, Godspeed. We're praying for you. Folks, remember, a lot of us have it really good right now. A lot of us are really struggling. So let's take care of the ones that are struggling, and let's make sure and let's keep them in our prayers, because this is not going to end in a week. This ain't going to end in a month. But we need to support our neighbors, because obviously our government is not going to do it. So good night. God bless. And we will see you at Goliath Motorsports Park. Well, actually, we'll see you Tuesday night, 8:00. And then we'll see you at Goliath Motorsports Park. Got any questions? Message me, hit me up, and I'm going to get off here, and we'll see you next week.